Welcome friends to the third session of Comprehensive Financial Modeling. In the previous session we have learnt the formatting functions of Excel. In this session we'll start with how to insert functions in Excel, and also we'll learn certain basic and inbuilt functions of Excel. Now if you want to insert a function in Excel, if you see on the toolbar there is this formulas. At the leftmost side you can see this insert function button. If you click on that, this table will appear on your screen, and all the functions that Excel has will be available categorized into these categories. There are various categories like financial, date and time, math and trigonometry, statistical, and so on, or even the most recently used. You can select the appropriate formula from that. Say for example, if I want to select sum, you can simply click on that and another table will appear which will tell you the details related to what is required to be inserted to use that particular formula. Another method of inserting a formula is by putting Excel into calculation mode. We have seen in our previous video. You can do it by simply pressing the cell or simply clicking on the cell in which you want to insert a formula and typing equal to. Typed equal to, and if I want to use a sum function, I'll simply type sum. All the functions related to sum will appear in the drop down. I simply have to select the appropriate one and work as per the instructions given. The best thing about Excel is, while using the formulas, it gives you the instructions. You just have to be used to understanding the Excel language. So this is how a formula is inserted. Now let us start with some basic functions of Excel. Now if you have certain data and if you want to make a sum of it, as I said, we can start with pressing equal to and then typing the name of the formula that we want to use. Click on that. It says number 1, number 2 and so on. Means whatever numbers you want to make sum of should be added here. So here if we want to make the total of revenue column, all the values given in the revenue column, you can select them either one by one by putting a comma in between like this and close the bracket to find this answer. Or you can simply, now as all the numbers are in sequence, you can simply drag them. I'm sorry, forgot to put the bracket. So simply drag them, bracket close, same answer. Further, if you go into the toolbar, the most used functions will appear here. Mostly some functions appear there. So if I want to use sum and if it is already appearing into my toolbar, I can simply select the cells I want to make sum of. Click on auto sum, I get the answer. You can see all 3 times we have got the similar answer. One more feature of Excel I would like to tell you. If you see here, these are the 4 cells I want to make sum of. Now if you see at the bottom of Excel, there are these 3 functions automatically available: sum, count and average. This is also gives us the same answer, means our answer is correct. The formula and the method of using the formula is correct. Moving ahead with the next function, match function. Now what does a match function do? The match function searches for a specific item in a range of cells and returns the relative position of that item in the range. Means if you want to find certain value into the data provided to you, from that you can find out the position of that particular value using match function. For example, if you want to find out from this data cell in revenue column which is having a value equal to 11,346. So what I will do, I'll use match formula. First, put Excel into calculation mode, type the formula match. See, here it gives you what does match function means. Okay, now bracket lookup value, which value I am looking for. Now here you can simply type the value as well. The value I am looking for is 11,346. Lookup array means from which column or row, means from which area I want to select the particular value. Here it is specifically given that we want to find out a cell in revenue column. So we will select the revenue column either entirely, or if you want to only select a portion of it, you can do so as well. Anyhow, it is suitable to you depending on your requirement. And then it tells you match type. Now match function gives you three options: exact match, less than match, or greater than match. What is that? We will see. Here in this case we want exact match, means the cell in which value exactly equal to 11,346 appears. So we will select 0, close the bracket. It gives us 2, means in the second position of the area selected this value appears. First is this, second is this. So in the second position it appears, means in the second cell from the given lookup area the value appears. Moving ahead, the other match types if you want to use: cell in revenue column which is having a value greater than 5,000. Now if you see here, even if we have a look at this column, we will see there are many items where the value is more than 5,000. Now what does this match function do? It gives you the nearest value of the desired value using match function, either greater than or less than as per your requirement. Say for example equal to match, click on the match function that we want to use. Lookup value is 5,000. Now we will not put greater than or less than here because that will go into the type selection. So the value that you want to look for, less than, greater than, or equal to, whatever it be it, only the value you have to put here. Then lookup array, again revenue column, because we want from the revenue column. If there are multiple columns and a huge data, this turns out to be very useful if you want to find out some benchmark values. And then match type, here we want to find out having a value greater than 5,000. Now here for less than you have to use 1, and for greater than you have to use -1. So we will simply select -1, we'll close the bracket, and you will see cell number 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, the nearest one, as we said. Though there are multiple values which are having value more than, multiple cells which are having value more than 5,000, this function will give us the result of the nearest one of it. So this is how match function is useful. Moving ahead with the next function, average function. Average function gives us the arithmetical mean of the selected data. Now we have seen that this is an inbuilt function into Excel, or automatically the value is available even if you select the cells for which you want to find out the average. You can see here the average value is 8,928, but still we'll try to use it. Now here, if the values are in sequence you can use it, but if the values are not in sequence, how to use this formula? The methodology is same. Average, the numbers that you want to select, if they are in sequence you can simply drag them. If they are not in sequence, You can select them one by one. 8928. This is what we have seen into the automated inbuilt answer given to us by Excel. Next, count. What does a count button gives you? Count button simply tells you the number of cells containing numbers in the range. Means if there is a big data available with you and there are empty columns or rows in between, and you only want to know how many of the cells from the selected array are having numbers into it, you can use this function. How? Put Excel into calculation mode, type count, select the area. Here we want to find out how many cells are containing values out of this. So I selected this, I have selected all the area required, close the bracket, 4. Even though when there is one cell not containing any value, it gives me the exact answer that only 4 cells out of the selected area is containing numbers. So if you want to find out in a large data how many cells are containing values, this gives an answer to you. The next most important function is lookup. If you want to find out certain value for a match or for a particular label, you can use the lookup function. Say for example, there is one table that you have created, others, foods and refreshment, and so on. Now I want to find out, now if had this been a big data and I want to find out the value for others and foods and refreshment out of it, using lookup function you can find it out. Equal to lookup value, I want to find out food and refreshment. Lookup vector, from where I want to find out this. I want to find out from this particular 2 columns, or either I can select the entire columns if there is no repetition of the labels that I want to search, or only the selected area of a particular table that I want to look up for, that I am looking for. Result vector, this. I want to find the revenue amount, so I'll select this and I close the bracket. It gives me the exact value for foods and refreshment that appears in some another table. I can do it for others as well if I simply use the similar kind of a formula. If I drag it here, but if I drag it, I have not put the columns that I have selected. Here I have selected the columns, but in case if I select only the table values, I'll have to freeze them for appropriate referencing that we will see in our next formula VLOOKUP. Now, in a similar manner, the way we used lookup function, we can use VLOOKUP. What is VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP is vertical lookup. If the data given to you is in the vertical format, now here you can see it is into column formats, like the data is divided into column formats. The labels are into the particular column, revenue values are into C column, and profit figures are into D columns. Means it is divided column wise. So in those cases you will have to use VLOOKUP. Now if I want to find out the value of, say, total from the revenue column, equal to, what do I want? I want to find out vertical lookup value, because the data is divided vertically. My lookup value is, I want to find out the total value from this particular table. From which column? I want to find out the relative value of total. Either I want to find revenue or profit. Now if it is revenue, I'll have to select the column index, means the column index number. Here not C, but in this table what is the position of that column. Now if I want to find out the revenue value, that appears in column number 2. So I'll select 2, comma, and then it asks me whether you want approximate match or exact match. I want exact match. I select false, close the bracket, it gives me the total value. Now here if you see, I've created another table. The items are same but the sequence is entirely different. Now if I want to find out these values, in a small data it is pretty easy just to find out and type it or copy paste, but in a large data on different sheets it becomes difficult. In those cases you can use these lookup functions. Now here if I want to use it, I can simply drag it, but before that I have to think of the referencing. I don't want to change this column area because I want to select the other values from this column only. So what I will do, I will simply freeze them. I'll simply freeze them by putting a $sign on the column area that I have selected. Enter. If you see here, the lookup value is B9, that is total. I want to go for B10. I can simply drag it now from B9 and so on. You can check here foods and refreshment, others, beauty and personal care. It gives me the values, exact values for the labels I have selected. So it turns out to be kind of a magic in Excel. Now this is for vertical division of data. If the data is divided in rows instead of columns. Now here you can see the data is divided into row number 9, 10 and 11 with labels into 9th row, revenue figures into 10th row and profit figures into 11th row. And now going back to the previous VLOOKUP. Now in this table I want to add the profit figures as well, assuming that those do not appear here but from this data. How do I do it? I use the HLOOKUP function here. So equal to HLOOKUP, lookup value total. From which table I want to select? I will go on other spreadsheet and select the table from which I want to select the data. Then row index number. Now I want profit. So row number from the selected table here is 3rd. 1, 2 and 3. So 3 and range lookup. Now it asks me you want approximate or exact match. I want exact match. Simply close the bracket. 5872. 5872. Now in the similar manner that we did for VLOOKUP, if we want to drag it, we'll have to freeze the table values, the table array that we have selected by using the $signs or the shortcut of F4. Now I can drag it. For example, for beauty and personal care, the profit is 2654. Let us cross check it. Beauty and personal care 2654, even when the sequence now is completely changing. So this is how VLOOKUP, lookup and HLOOKUP functions turned out to be very useful when you are processing the data or coding the data or using the data from various spreadsheets.